Yes, you're reading it right. Rusda2 is owned by Bingolly again. In his latest uh, anti-Catholic video, where he's showing his hatred for me and the Catholic Church, he puts a video up about the majority of Catholics vote for abortions. Now, this is a text clip that he had in there that I want you to read. And a video Rusda2 has up where he says the majority of Catholics voted for abortion. Rusda2 says this in the text: the majority of Catholics voted pro-abortion as seen in this news clip, this AP news clip. Now, people, please go look at the news clip. I want you to go look at it and look at the news clip he puts up there. Rusda2, besides apparently not understanding the Bible, can you not hear either? There is nothing in that video that says anything about a percentage of the Catholic Church voting for anything. There's no percentages given in there. All it is talking about a meeting Nancy Pelosi had with the Pope. Please show me in that clip where it talks about anything about the majority of Catholics voted pro-abortion. Do you just not hear things, or do you just hoping that's what you heard in there? Do you not hear things? Please, people, go look at it and see where in that entire clip did it say anything about the majority of Catholic voters voting for abortion. Please go look at it and see. Now, down at the bottom of it, it looked like his sources were AP News, Bingolly1, Kingdom Mentality, and MP4. So that looks like what his sources were. Now, if you look at the bottom of his video when it appears, it appeared that at the beginning, Rusda2 is listing his sources for this invalid information. And it looks like his sources were AP News, Bingolly1, Kingdom Mentality, and MP4. Now, I don't know about Kingdom Mentality, but I hadn't told Rusda anything about abortion, so I can't be one of his sources. So apparently he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'll just have to ask Kingdom Mentality if he was one of the sources for this. And I don't know who MP4 is. Somebody, I guess, he may have talked to MP4, I don't know. But if he's listing his sources down there as AP News, Bingolly1, Kingdom Mentality, and MP4, I know I hadn't told him anything about this. I hadn't mentioned anything about it to him. So apparently I wasn't one of his sources for this. But Rusda2, now that we're off on abortions, let's talk about something. I'm going to list some things here and show people where Seventh-day Adventist hospitals offer abortions on demand. That's right. They'll suck the baby out of a mother's womb and kill it on demand. I'll give you a link to these articles if you want to go read them, where it talks about the hospitals offering abortion on demand. And it talks about a guy by the name of Irving Feldkamp here, who has the string of the largest abortion clinics in California. He just happens to be a Seventh-day Adventist himself. Imagine that. One of the world's largest abortion strings is there in California, owned by a member of the Seventh-day Adventist organization. They must not care too much about human life. They'll battle you over the fourth commandment, but apparently thou shalt not kill doesn't bother them if they'll suck the baby out of a mother's womb. But something is ironic, though, and I don't make light of this. I just found this and had to show it. Just ironic. I found this, and I'll list the link on the side here for you, in a Butte, Montana newspaper where there was a plane crash, and I want to quote what I read out of this paper. The plane crash. This is involving the Feldman family, where 17 members of his family was killed. The plane crashed into a Catholic Holy Cross cemetery near Butte Airport and burst into flames. The site of the devastating impact and the death of the 14 passengers was near a memorial erected in the cemetery to honor unborn children who had died in abortions. The memorial, called the Tomb of the Unborn, was erected as a dedication to all babies who have died in abortions. End quote. That is a tragedy, but it did happen. So Rusda2, you need to get your facts straight. You need to get your sources straight. AP News, there's a lot of AP News out there. And I'm not your source, so you got that wrong too. So once again, Rusda, all you're doing is showing your hatred for me and the Catholic people. That's just as simple as it is. That's all it is. You're just showing your hatred for me and the Catholic people. You need prayer, and I urge people on YouTube to pray for you, Rusda2. You're in need of help, mental help or whatever. I'm not sure, but you're in need of help, bad help. You don't ever your sources are just off. Now I know what you're talking about in this article. I just wished you would post the article you got this out of. I know, Rusda2. I own you. Please post it. Until next time, this is your old friend Bingolly saying, God bless.